What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about like the new stuff I learned, throughout this week. If you guys remember, my last couple of videos I uploaded was on the wins and lessons, losses and lessons as well. Previously was just like trades for the week, but honestly, my entire plan for this channel is just document my journey, so that like when I go back, once we've made it through this, once we made it out, once we've made it out of the streets, and then I go back, I see all my videos, I'm able to pinpoint, oh, this was where I made that, the big change and whatever. And I think honestly, the biggest thing I've realized that I've missed is journaling. That's like this when I realized that this was what was missing in my entire trading career, I was shocked, honestly, because journaling now like does not made it clear. Like I started trading, I was still 3 years ago, right? I combined all the break stuff that I took, like 3 months break, 4 months break, 5 months break. I think if I did everything together, it's gonna add up to like maybe like 3 years or like 2.5 years. Let's say 3 years, right? And then everyone keeps saying, oh, the importance of journaling in detail, not just like journaling and taking images or whatever, like writing your trades down. Oh, this was why you entered, these are checklists, whatever, whatever. Like so I started doing that this week, and then it became clear that this was really what I was missing, and this is what is going to take me to the next level. Because for the last year, I've been saying that, oh, trading is I finally gotten it. But then each time I say that, I keep on making the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over again. And that's because I never had a checklist. I had a checklist, but like it was more like, oh, checklist like I write down on the board or the piece of paper, and then like I'll not really check it. I'll rather use my memory than have like a proper checklist, morning strategy. I should also add that down. That's another thing I learned. Um, Trading checklist. Yeah, I honestly I learned a lot this week. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, so like I realized because like I've been saying, oh, like I finally get it. I finally get it. But then each time after like a couple of wins, I'll just go back to my stupid losses and everything. But the reason was because I never had a complete checklist. I never had a journal to really track my trades. Yes, I have like pictures to go back. But this is not really a journal. This is just like proof that this is like back testing proof, right? Or proof that my strategy works, and and all those other kind of stuff. But like actual trade log, this was what was really missing. And I also made it. Also able to use Claude AI to help me simplify my my journaling, right? Because the reason why I was never consistent with like journaling my trades, because I always have to write down, oh, this is when I entered the trade, this was when I closed. But now that like I don't need to write that down, because I can just upload my trade history to Claude, and then since I have the dates opened, you know dates closed, dates what's this closed? Yeah, this one comes like open and close, right? So since this Notion has open and close date, I will just upload my journal to Claude, upload my trade history, and then to be able to pinpoint this exact trade. So I don't have to be writing my entry was at 0.011. All those stuffs are all in my trade history, right? So yeah, so that was why I was never consistent, because I have to be writing all those numbers down and everything. And apart from that, like Notion just made everything easier for me. Like, to be honest, now maybe I have like all my patterns set up. Like these are all what I trade, so I just easily will select this was what I used. You get this was what I like. I was able to turn it to automate it. The only thing I need to write is just why I entered my trade, and like and notes. You get us, or the rest checklist. So now it's just everything. It really became very clear to me. Honestly, it became like super clear to me that this was what I was really missing. Like this was what I was really missing. So now I'm able to see my trades. Like I go back, see this, and be like, okay, I took the right trade, right? Because sometimes you have to go back and see, oh, was I in the right senses and everything. Come back again, see this one. Okay, this was the right trade for me. And then where's the other one? And then this one as well. Then I'll not put the after. not just the after alone, but what happens after I close the trade, right? So there's going to be another one. Let's um call this post close post close of trade or something like that. So yeah, I, so this is what happens. Like let's say for instance, if I close, no, not true. Let's say for instance, if I close, can I draw? I can. Let's say if I close at this point here, I want to see what happens when I actually came to this point. So I'll know, oh, it does come here, or actually came here and then it broke down. You get so that's the point of all this because you just need to know what happens after, not just when you close your trade. I guess honestly, like journaling is really gonna make give me a big change in my trading. Like I'm not gonna lie, like it's gonna make I can feel that big leap. Like I've been feeling for the last 1 year. I've been feeling like I'm at the door. I'm at the door of this breakthrough. But I think this journaling one is really gonna change, make a lot of big changes for me. So yeah, so if you're a trader, you're about to start in, just try and start with journaling, like just like start with why you became a trader. All those kind of stuff. Like having a journal is, I feel like that's probably like the most important thing that I've started. Like I'll say this year, honestly, this year. So yeah, so it doesn't really matter how you wrote like why you just write what you can be able to remember that when you go back, either you win or you lose, you're able to see what convinced you to enter this trade. Now this trade was a clear, heads and shoulder pattern. If you guys remember um my strategy, right? Like clear heads and shoulder pattern. This is left shoulder. This is the right shoulder, and then waiting for it to get back. If it gets back there, right, doesn't matter. And then it came back to the major level, and the DXY is what also correlates with the DXY as well. You get like just things that like when I look back this is DXY is already selling. So when DXY is selling, USD pairs are buying. You get so that whenever you go back, whenever you are lost, you're like not lost. Whenever you're not, you're not, you become unsure of your trades, right? You can just come back and see, oh, this was why I entered, and then you have your peace of mind, right? So, well, yeah, my plan is not to like not talk too much about this because I have like so many other stuff that I want to talk about, but just the importance of having a journal, man. Like it's very key. It's super, super, super important. Like I cannot stress on it. Now I get why people keep saying journal your trades, journal your life, like have a journal your journey. That's just what it is. And that's what I'm doing now. Like, I'm not trying to get these millions or thousands or even 100 views, but I'm just, doing it for myself so that I can easily go back and watch this video. And I know that when I go back a year from now and I remember this journal, this change that I made in my trading, it's gonna make me smile for sure, for sure. But yeah, apart from that, then trading checklist, right? So previously, I used to put the checklist in my head, or I'll just write it on a piece of paper, which I'll never check. But then one of my friends, Desmond, I salute you, my guy. I salute you, my guy. Desmond had his own his trading checklist was is insane, like in full detail, like and that was what I mean. Like, oh, this guy has really gone far. He has really gone far. Like, so he gave me his own notion stuff, and that was when I took my time, I studied it. I'm like, this was what I was really missing. Like, honestly, that's when I changed my life. Yeah, it's changed my life for real. And then I'm like, oh, this I really needed to have this. Forget, I mean, ChatGPT just called this like just gave me the title money strategy, but yeah, it's not money, it's just my checklist on whatever, right? So yeah, like I had all these stuff before because I was always trying to automate, my trading because it was like very easy to automate. Then I was able to like to do this within like a couple of days. I mean, a couple of hours, I guess. I mean, was it hours? Maybe like 1 or 2 hours because I already have all these things down, but I just used to forget. Yeah, it was all in my not ChatGPT. I don't use ChatGPT anymore. I mean cloud. Right. So now, like before any single trade, I go through this. Right. So I go through this. I check, make sure that, like each individual trade, I check off all these boxes. Oh, another thing I need to do is uh zoom out, top down analysis. I also learned this one new as well. Uh, top down weekly. Okay, I learned this top-down analysis, the importance of doing top-down analysis, but I'll get to it soon. But yeah, I check all this, from the weekly. I don't this. I'm never checking the 15 minutes anymore because I feel like the 15 minutes is the main reason why I'm always closing my trade early. So now I do my analysis. I use the weekly and daily to know the exact direction so that I'll know that okay, well, this thing is going to get to this level. It's going to get to that level. You get. Then I do my analysis on 4 hour. I enter the 1 hour. Right. You get 15 minutes, whatever. I don't need to check those ones anymore. I've deleted it from my. I think it's still there. Exactly, it's not there anymore. So this is all I need. Right, this is clearly all I need. Right, I do my trend analysis, check the DXY. Sometimes I check news. Sometimes, confirm is one of my patterns. My risk 3% fixed, my risk to reward 2, or the TPI shoulder. I make sure I'm not overexposed. Maximum. This 5 open position it just depends because I use buy limits, right? So like I can never really tell which one is going to activate today or whatever tomorrow, and then I have a clear mindset, right? So then your 5 whys, right? Oh, for my if I mention a sell, was there a clear liquidity sweep? I must take that. It does sell. Do I see a clear block of structure? Boom. Does it correlate with other pairs? This. Is there a clear shadow on the left? Boom. Is the zone fresh? If I'm entering a sell, this, let me just take it. This, and this must be ticked, right? If it's for a buy, the only one that doesn't need to be ticked is, this one. You get. So these are my 5 whys, right? These are my 5 whys. Like every trade must take at least 4 of those. So if you see this one I have here, my trade log, right? So this is there. Exactly, my checklist, right? So I just have to come here, and then select. I don't need to write anything. So the writing part was what was always stressing me out. That's why I never really, used to journal my trades. But now that I've been able to, almost not automate, is it automate they call this? Look, this is not automation. I'm able to streamline, yeah, is it streamline? I believe that's what they call it. So now it has now become like super, super, super easy for me to do it now. Check the session, know which one is moving, when to scaling, and all those kind of stuff. But yeah, man, like checklist and journaling are the two biggest things that would change your trading, right? I don't think I've ever seen a trader that became profitable without having a checklist and a journal. I've been hearing that thing for years that you need to journal. But the truth is you can never really force someone to do something that will change their life. They have to come to that is it belief? Come to that realization by themselves, honestly. You can keep on saying it. You can watch 10 million videos, right, on, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. But if I don't come to that realization that, I'm supposed to do this, nah, it's never gonna happen. So now that it took me 3 years, it took me 3 years to remember that, to realize that, I need this. Nobody needs to tell me anything anymore. No one needs to convince me anymore that, this is what I should have done. So if you're a trader, I'm not going to convince you. I'm begging my younger brother to to create his own checklist, to create his own journal, but he has not realized the importance yet. But very soon, and very soon, we'll find out. We'll find out. But yeah, having a checklist and journal is super, super important. Like I'm going to imagine myself a year or 2 years from now come back to these videos, because I know I can feel it in my bones that I'm really at the door. You get. I'm not going to. I have this my female friend. I always tell her like, I figured this stuff out. I figure, but you can never figure trading out. So I'm going to stop saying that. Right. So, but yeah, man. Honestly, really excited. I started this how do you this journal, YouTube, whatever stuff. So yeah, I can't stress more on that. Having a checklist is super, super important. Another thing that I learned this week was also scaling in. I'll talk about top-down analysis first, right? So top-down analysis is what is gonna keep telling you that, I'm in the right trade, right? Regardless of what you're seeing. So this was that guy that I learned it from the JEFX guy, right? His videos are top notch. I recommend you guys to, if you're a trader, check out his videos, professional videos, professional courses, straight to the point. He doesn't talk too much, doesn't crack jokes on all this bullshit. But yeah, it was like if you start your analysis from the weekly, right? There's no how you won't be able to see clearly, like, this is the market direction. Like this one now, right? This is the weekly. all I need to see is just this area and to just this area. You get now it's clear that oh this is a major leg, right? That this is a major level, and then price is not just going to just break here because this is weekly. This is a weekly time frame. So now that I'm like okay, clear. This is a weekly time frame. Then I know direction is only up. By God's grace, is only up for here for all of us, right? Now it's only up from here. Then I go to the daily. I see it the same thing. Okay. Now just because you are doing analysis, you start from the week. Doesn't mean that like anything can still happen, right? You know, is if if it was 100% true, everyone will be doing the weekly and then keep making money from. But the market doesn't work like that. Right? The market it makes sure that like no strategy works fully. Right? It's always going to be like I don't know the percentage, but like it's always going to make sure that strategy doesn't work. It's not 100% reliable. Right? So I can still do this and then wake up tomorrow and then say, oh, the price has broken from this level. Right? Like let me use see this one has always been on a downtrend, right? But yeah, so like it's not like this is a sure thing, but it just makes your conviction much better, right? So now that I'm like, okay, now I even if price comes back to my level, multiple times, and I'm still convinced that oh, price has to react. The reason why it broke down here because he already reacted. Let's see, came down here once, right? Came up here, come down again twice. So this is one intermediary twice, and then probably had to break from there. But yeah, like price is never just going to. Sometimes let me see. Yeah, so say this one. So this is probably like this is where the first low was, I believe, and then on intermediary two, and then boom. So same thing probably bounce from here. So the reaction is what I'm trading, right? That's what I've been singing for months. Just the reaction. So yeah, so I start from the weekly to get my bias to follow the direction. Right? That's how I can follow the direction. Start from the weekly, then I go to the daily. Then from daily, okay, clear. 4 hour. Look for the other block imbalance on the 4 hour. Delete this, right? And then found that, and then boom. And then set my entry for my stop loss here. Another thing the guy taught me was I can do my analysis on the 4 hour, right? But then set my entry on the 1 hour. So I'm able to reduce my stop loss. The 15 minutes, I don't really need that anymore. I don't really need 15 minutes anymore. Okay, that's how it is, man. Weekly, daily for your direction. 4 hour for that's for me because I won't call, yes, I'm now officially a swing trader because all my trades last for like more than 1 week. You get so 2 hours just there just for additional confirmation, you know, and then I went on the 1 hour. I entered on the 4 hour on this one. That see like this, you see like the big gap between here and here. So I used the 1 hour. I'm able to get it exactly the pinpoint. Yes. Sometimes this other block helps me find the best position. Sometimes, I miss it. So I just kept it here because that's where like the last the unmitigated other block was. Yeah, this one. Right. But yeah, that's it, man. So doing top-down analysis is going to give you clear conviction that oh, I'm not going against the trend. Nothing can shock me. Right. This one I lost this trade because at that point I didn't do top down analysis. If I had seen that oh my this thing is there's no buying whatever, like I wouldn't have entered the sell here. You get I entered the sell here, but then like I know I closed earlier because it didn't get my TP. I didn't get my TP. I think I entered. I mean my direction was right. I entered here. I think I entered here, and then my TP was here. But if I seen the weekly and I see that oh my this thing has been on the buying, or I wouldn't have probably even thought about entering. Okay, so we just reacted a little bit and then just went up. So you're doing top-down analysis will honestly save you a lot of like bad trades, right? So it honestly save you a lot of bad trades. Currently in this one, I entered this one like before I realized that, but I just want to see how it's gonna play out. This is why I left this one, to play rather than just closing it, because other NZD pairs are also selling. You get so sometimes I did it just to learn because if I just say I close this now I might still make the same mistake again. Yes, so sometimes you have to feel that emotion so that you won't repeat it. Because if I feel, let me close it, the next time it happens, I'll be like, I don't remember how I felt before I closed the trade. You get, so that's I really want to see how this plays out, and then, but yeah, this one was kind of different because if I'd closed earlier, I'd have actually closed in profit. But I closed here, I'd have closed, and I was actually already like a 1.1.5. But yeah, so, and then this one is really gonna help me to wipe my TP, right? So if you can see, this is a stock, by the way, not the like, it's really, honestly, really making my trade really simple, right? And I can feel it, man. I can really feel it. I'm at the door. But yeah, major level on a weekly time frame. So like, seeing this already on a weekly time frame is just going to make my work a lot more convincing, right? Oh, this is the weekly time frame, right? Quickly, like, bro, then check the daily. You know, what are I convinced? Like, if I'm already convinced on the weekly, like, what else do I need? What else do I need? Honestly, I woke up a couple days ago, and then I was just, I was excited because I could see it clearly, like all the things that I've been missing, all the things that have been, the difficult things that I was supposed to be doing, but I was just pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. And then I'm like, just a small change, which was the journaling, was really what opened my eyes, man. I'm not going to lie. Journaling really made me feel like, just made me. I won't say that's the last part of the book. I'll just say like that's really opened doors for me to what I'm capable of my trading, right? Honestly, like it's yeah, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. So yeah, man, you guys, if you're a trader, man, like, honestly, journal your trades. Trust me, you're going to, once you start gathering those data, you're able to see, oh, this was where I entered, this was why I entered. I sh Next time you'll be able to see them like, oh, if I do this again, then it's my fault, right? So the journal is going to hold you accountable for, the stupid trades that you're about to take. One guy said, one guy, one guy said, going against your trades is gay, right? Honestly, like, cause okay, no offense to gay guys, but yeah, that's what the guy said. Is this? I think he said gay. Yeah, that's what the guy said. Like, going against your trades is gay. Because if you set your trades, set your rules, set your checklist, and then you go against that, yo man, that's you're gay. But yeah, so honestly, I have nothing against gay guys, yeah, but yeah, so like, always make sure that you when you when you have your checklist, yeah, like, you follow your rules, so you gay guy. I repeat, I have nothing against gay. Um, but yeah, what was that? Yeah, so I was saying that, like, the weekly alone, like, I'm already convinced that, oh, I'm in the right trade, right? Honestly, I could hold this trade, like, I've seen this trade play out before, but I'm still used to closing it around here. That's like the shoulder before the this is like the shoulder before this, this high. That's one, yeah, this place. That's the last other block. That's where I put my TP. Right. So there's probably like a big chance that it's gonna break here. But because I only have one entry, right? So, and then this one already gives me like 1 to 3. So that's really enough. That's really enough. If I had another entry, I'd have, left it to run to like here. But this is what I'm sure of that is going to get here. Get is what I'm sure of. What I'm It's not sure. What I'm what's that word? I'm not. It's not about sure. It's not about being certain. What I've back tested, yes, is knowing that it's going to get to this level and then it bounces. But yeah, man, so that's the importance of doing a top-down analysis. Like, start from the weekly, get the direction, start from the weekly, get direction, do daily. Once you do your weekly, and then, just check daily. If you're already convinced on your weekly, you can just go straight to the 4 hour. You get, if you're a swing trader. Then if you're a day trader, right, you start from 4 hours, right? From 4 hours, you're able to see this, then 4 hour, you go to 2 hour, then 1 hour, then you're 15 minutes, right? So yeah, man, that's the importance of doing top down analysis. Then scaling in, right? So I always previously, right, I always entered, I always enter my trades with just one single entry, right? Just enter it one TP. I will not even think of like, adding more entries to my trades or whatever. But one guy was like, so that JFX guy, man, the guys, his videos are really top, man. They're really top. So he explained clearly that this trade now, right? This trade are just giving me 2.91 if I enter just once, right? But you see, now that I've gotten confirmation here, this is a clear break of structure, right? Internal break of structure. And this is like, the major zone. So break of structure here comes down here, makes a clear internal break of structure. Once I see this, I cannot, you know, add another entry again because I've already gotten double confirmation. One here. Sorry, let me delete that. This is the first confirmation, the first break of structure, like in the high, low, and then made a new high, and then it came back down, made a new an internal break of structure, and this is only 1 hour. Clear. You guys can see it clear. Low, high, low. This this one, let me see. Just let's just look for me now. This is the high, comes down. Oh, sorry. This is the was the last high, and then comes down here, and then this one, and then this one, and then boom, breaks it. Not clearly, seeing it clearly. Oh, this is it. Then when it now comes back to this level, right? Let me just do this one. When it comes back to this level, let me draw this here. This last other block here, then I will re-enter, and then so I'll re-enter again, and then take it to the same TP. So then I'll just put my stop loss. This one I haven't give me my previous one was 2.91. Now if I take this here, this is a 7. This is a 7. 8 actually an 8 RR trade because I added additional confirmation. Because I've gotten additional confirmation that this trade is if I delete this, my other block has already shown me already. Right, my other block indicator. Right. So scaling in is what because you can turn one trade like that's why when you see other people like turn like they trade just one currency. This is how they trade. Like they're scaling. They're scaling once they see the additional information. Because price is never just going to bounce down like this, like come down like this and then just go back up. I hate when I use this stuff. It's never going to just come down like this and then just go back up. Right. You always see that internal structure, you know, that internal yeah, something like this, right? So this, uh, I've seen a lot of videos where they're like, "Oh, why don't you wait for this? Why don't you wait for this break of circuit to get a second confirmation?" But sometimes it doesn't. It's never as clear as this. Sometimes you won't even see it trace back. This time I'm just lucky that it broke and then it came back down. Let me use something like this now. Okay, this one even deceived me, right? When I saw this break and I saw this break here, right? I said this is lowest break. Actually, we entered here. And then boom, it came up here. I was just lucky that I removed my stop loss. I already take off my stop loss by 4:30 because of like the spread at the end of the day. Took my stop loss out and then finally wait. If my stop loss was there, it would have taken me out. But then I just woke up this morning and saw that we was back here. Yeah. So what I was saying is like this. So I never really understood how like a smaller breakout structure works. That's why I never really thought about like learning how to scale in or whatever. But that video really made the importance of scaling in very important because that's how you really grow your account. If you're only taking one trade per pair, like you will need to take so many trades for you to make good amount of money from your trading. So once you see that clear break of structure, right, the second confirmation again, you get that's when you take it. So entering here, even though this is one, this part can easily get broken. Even this one too, like you can still come here and then still come back down. Right, you can see after this break, you can still come down and you take me out. But I already got another confirmation from the DXY. Or DXY is also like selling as well. Yeah, so scaling after you've gotten your break of structure to whatever direction that you're trading on. Yeah, honestly, and but yeah, yeah, man. I'm really starting to enjoy my trading now. I once let's say when I learn something, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to journal this. I can't wait to talk about this so that I can. Because the more I say it, the more I'm able to remember the stuff, right? Writing it down is not enough, honestly, because I can't really write it as detailed as what as how I'm saying it. Right? Because once I'm writing, I'll just be tired, and then I'll drop, you know, drop my phone or my laptop or whatever. But with this one, I can talk for hours. Right? If you know me, you know that I talk a lot. But yeah, that's the importance of top-down analysis. I mean, scaling in, right? So 4 hour, 1 hour entry OB. So 4 hours is where I usually do my analysis, but sometimes I still enter the 4 hour order block, right? So this one now, let's say I entered here. Is it the, no, let me use a different. Let me use a different trade. This one, yeah, let me use this one. So I entered here, right? That was the 4 hour order block, right? That's honestly I use the order block indicator for this because I couldn't find it myself, right? So if I'd used the 1 hour, but the 1 hour wasn't showing here, but the 1 hour would have showed me something like this, right? Something exactly like this, right? And then meanwhile the 4 hours, yeah. So let's say I use this and then to my initial TP was 3.7. This is an additional, let's say something like, let's say like a 4.5. 4.5, that's an additional 1.5 entry. 1.5 weeks to reward. Right? I'm not saying that it works all the time, but a lot of times it always gets deep inside, the other block. Maybe very few times it just stops at the top. But that's what, like, always use your indicators as additional proof. Even me now, like, I always turn it off. Like normally, I draw the other block first myself, and then I'll now like I'll now turn it on to see, okay, I got the exact location of where it was. Right? This trade, now see this one, this is a 4 hour. So sometimes, it helps, sometimes it doesn't. But the reason why I always use the big one because I'm like, it's definitely going to tap it. But maybe another thing I can do is this one might probably still come and take out this high and then I should do something like this and then I'm just saying. But yeah, but like it's everything has its advantages and disadvantages, right? To increase your RR, your risk to reward, like you can use the smaller time frame for your entry. But if you want a sure tapping in your trades, then you can use the bigger order block. So I'll probably still have to backtest this to see, which one is more reliable. Because I don't like missing trades. I really don't like missing trades. I don't like missing my trades. But yeah, so I do my analysis on the 4 hour, then I enter on the 1 hour. So I do my analysis on the 4 hour, and I still enter on the 4 hour. But now I think I should also be checking the 1 hour order block too. Yeah. But yeah, it's buying and selling. This one was a big one. Like, I still haven't understood it well, but like, so buying and selling strength and speed. Where did it say it? So basically, let me just find this stuff taking like this. So it was like, so let's say this is the shoulder. So let's say this is the shoulder, right? And then price comes like this, right? This is the straight sell, right? If price starts doing like this, yeah, highs, lows, then like this, because of like this trend probably happened maybe like in 1 hour, and this one probably happened in maybe like 2 days, right? So the selling strength and speed is way stronger than this one, right? And because of like these highs and this low, this highs, so like it means that buyers were there, sellers are still there, still trying to like to push the price lower and all this, but sellers overall they are still here. So if you see this slow speed back up, right, it means that price is going to break it. It means that price is going to break it, right? Let me use this one example now. You see this one, this push up, right, and then dun, dun, dun. So buyers are still there, and then boom, came up. So once you start seeing all those intermediary highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows, right, it means that price is going to break through that level, right? So that's how I'm able to know where to put my TP now. Now, like, oh my god, 1 second, guys. Like I always say, the market is never going to make everything clear. Right? It's never going to give a strategy that works all the time. But the same thing here as well too, right? Price pushed up and then low, high, low, and then boom. So that's how you know when price is going to. That's an additional, entry confirmation that you can use to know whether you're going to enter or not. But if you are seeing strong, maybe like a strong sell back to your, maybe like back to your entry, let's say like sell just came like this, right? Know that it's probably going to take out this place. It's probably going to take out this place. Yeah, so I'm still understanding how it works, right? I just learned this a couple days ago, so I'm still trying to like to back test it to see, oh, it is very reliable. It is very reliable, right? But yeah, let's see this one. Pushed up, straight, yeah, and down. This one is quite different because it was just a consolidation zone. But yeah, that's really it. So this week I learned, oh, there's one more. Oh yeah, now I'm starting to combine other block and imbalance. Because sometimes I'm not able to spot the best entry point, right? Because the other block might not be that clear. But I can also now be checking for imbalances. Imbalance is like, uh, see this gap, think something like this. Yeah, honest, I need to go and learn all this like basic. I need to learn some basic stuff that everybody knows. So this is another block is like the last candle before the last opposite candle before the up move. So and then an imbalance should be space between this one and this one. I hope I'm right. Yeah, I still have a lot to learn though. But yeah, all this the stuff I don't use, I don't know why like I never really learned about them. But yeah, imbalance is like what price is coming back to fill up, right? The space. I need to go and read on it. But yeah, so that's like I said, you see, these are like new lessons. Before it was things to study. That was the previous name. So I read up on all these previous ones, did my research, just need to learn more on how an imbalance works. Right, and I'll be able to combine both an imbalance and the other block for my entry confirmation or entry criteria and whatnot. But yeah, so this week was really a big week. I started all this week. Started my trading checklist this week. Started doing journaling this week. I learned about scaling in, learned the importance of top-down analysis, and how to like to read a better entry criteria, right? So 4 hours is still fine. You get, well, 1 hour will probably be better. This one, buying and selling strength and speed. Whoa. It was a stupid trade that I took. I think it was USD card. USD card. I entered a sell here. I entered a sell here. Right? Do you see the buying strength? So if I'd actually, found out about this stuff like, oh, see the buying strength, like there's no way it's going to slow down here. Like there is no way, right? So this one is really gonna be this is definitely a big realization for me, right? This one. So now I know that, oh, once I start seeing all this, once I let's say I start and I see this, I'm like, okay, then boom, I'm able to put my TP even like where it's supposed to be, rather than just on the left shoulder. But yeah, so let me use an example now, like this one now, I guess I've seen here. So let's if price does come back down here, right, and then it does like this, and then does like this, and then when it comes here, now this is not really my trade because it didn't really take out. Okay, this is my trade here because low was taken here, low was taken here, right? So when it does like this, then I will enter a sell. But if it keeps going, let's say it just does this, and then it keeps going, there's no way I will enter a sell. So yeah, man, what really what really brought all of this was the fact that I started journaling. If I didn't start journaling, I probably wouldn't have come across this guy's video. Right. So no, I think creating the YouTube channel was probably my butterfly effect. Yeah, because before I was like, oh, there's nothing new to learn. I already have a solid strategy. I have this, I have that. Then I'm like, yes, I have a solid strategy, but like I still have to be organized. I still have to put everything in place. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, big week. Bigger things to come. And yeah, before I forget, like always doing all my videos. I don't know who's watching my video, who's going through anything, whether in trading their life. So my book that I have, which is called God Will Make a Way. I got this book, and then reading it every day really helps my day, start really nice. So I did page one the last time, so this is page two, and it says, "You can't see it right now, but God has a miracle waiting for you on the other side of this. Let go of the need to understand how, and let go of the need to see the whole picture right now. Leave that to God and allow yourself the grace to be present and at peace. All you have to do is take the next step forward with as much faith and love as possible, while knowing that blessings are coming, are coming. Believe it, you'll see it, for we live by faith and not by sight." So yeah, man, you guys should believe. Believe, believe. I think this morning was it? I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, the clarity that I got, you know, that everything is really going to work out. Like this life is all a script, man. Like we've already made it. We are every single person in this life has already made it, right? You've like I don't know if you guys know, but before you even came, I don't know if everyone believes this. Before you came to this planet, people say, "Oh, like probably like they've handed you your script. You've probably gotten everything you wanted to get, but then you just came to experience it on this planet, right? So and then so like your script has been set. You've done everything that you're supposed to do. You've already made it. You figured it out. You just need to believe that maybe like we lost our memory or whatever. But now that you're now on this planet, like we just need to believe that we've actually made it, and that's why I really like that book. Like continuous reminder that everything is already settled, right? There is really nothing to worry about. There is honestly nothing to worry about. We've done it. I've done it. You watching this video, you've already done it. All you have to do is just to make sure that you don't give up on yourself. Honestly, that's really it, man. That's really it. So yeah, this video is 42 minutes long. I'm not expecting anyone to watch this, right? So this is for myself and anyone out there that might just need a video like this, man. So keep learning, keep learning, keep learning, keep refining. Turn your knowledge to wisdom. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. And yeah, man, and everything will work out as it has already done. All right, man. To those who watched this video, thank you for watching this video. If you got to this point, then I believe I might have changed someone's life today. But yeah, man, as always, my name is Martins Bash. Gateway Inc. is coming soon. And yeah, see you guys at the top. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, everyone, and good night.